Greetings, everyone. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hey, guys, I just wanted to do share some quick thoughts around two things. What's going on in the prisons, in particular the prison in Parchman, Mississippi, and also share some insight on the importance of I'm just going to give it to you like it is, work. So let's start with work. Hebrew Israelite men. Our book, tells us, and you know what I mean when I say our book, so just so I can be clear, okay? Our book, right? Got a thick history book. One of many, but our book. And I think it's Ecclesiastes 11:4 says that if a man watches the cloud and fail to sow, that in the winter he shall not eat. And then over in Thessalonians chapter 3 in our book, verse 10 says that if a man does not work, he does not eat. And I start with that, guys, because, I just recently had some conversation with some young Hebrew Israelite men. And, they were, little, frustrated because, I guess in the workplace things were not going as well as they wanted or anticipated. And many of them were contemplating, quitting and giving up. And I asked them some basic questions. First question I asked, did they realize that a working man is an honorable man? Surely we would all love to be entrepreneurs and be able to have our own businesses. But, if that's not the case, then, having a job and working for a living is honorable. And I want to say this to the young men who may not hear this from elder men. And in many cases, they listen to all of the rhetoric and all the lies and the half-truths around our men are lazy, our men are shiftless, our men do not want to work, our men want a woman to take care of them. Those are lies. They're taking exceptions and making those exceptions the rule. At the end of the day, I have seen too many young, hard-working men, grinding it out, doing whatever they had to do, to keep, food on their tables, to take care of their children, and also to take care of their responsibilities. And yeah, there may be one or two who fail, but for every two or three that fail, there are tens of hundreds of men who are fighting and who are standing strong. And this message is to those men. And I'm telling you, if you haven't looked in the mirror recently and looked at yourself and saw who you are, look right in the eye, see your friend in that mirror, and recognize if you're a working man, then you are a solid man, you are a dignified man, and you are a man that deserves the respect of this country. Matter of fact, you deserve the respect of everyone on this planet. You've earned that right when you out there, working and doing the things that you need to do to provide and to protect for yourself and for those that you love. And I don't care what that work is. All work is honorable. So do it, with dignity. There's a scripture that tells us that whatever you set your hands to do, do it with all diligence. In essence, what it's saying, do it to the best of your ability. And at the end of the day, I can assure you, it's going to pay off. David, you guys, Psalm 27:35, he said, I was young. And he said, now I'm old. And he said, he's never seen the righteous forsaking or their seed begging bread. What is David telling you? He's telling you that if you're out there doing what's right, then your children are going to have the blessings of all of your hard work, guys. Ladies, for you too, if you just happen to be, the head of household at this particular time in your family. But particularly the men. Remember, you follow me? Your seed is going to be blessed for the hard work that you're putting in. And just because you're not in a place today that you'd like to be economically, financially, does not mean that cannot change. You're looking at a man talking to you right now at 26, and I'm not ashamed to say it, was making $5.20 an hour. Yes, I did say $5, and that wasn't in the 1930s, okay? $5.25 an hour. And 4 years later, and I know people, if you know anybody that knows me, ask them. 4 years after that, 4 years later, I was making six figures. But what it took for me to make that leap was someone believing in me, someone encouraging me as I'm doing with you, and someone telling me, look, don't worry about today. Just stay the course, stay focused, work hard, and it'll pay off over a period of time. People tell us all the time, well, people get promoted by who they know. Yes, some people get promoted by who they know. But most people get promoted because they're diligent, they're dependable, they're reliable, they can be counted on. Those are the people. As a leader, as an executive leader, if I was looking for someone to move up the ranks in an organization that I'm involved in, I'm going to look for the individual that's dependable. When it's time to be at work, they're there. While they're at work, they're about taking care of their business. They don't have to be a superstar. Their superstarism is the fact that they show up and they work hard. And that's who I would select every single time. That's who would get the trophy from me. You're dependable, you're reliable, and you're hardworking, and you show up, and you're resilient, you're persistent. And this is not a motivational prep talk. It's real talk. Okay? It's real talk. And regardless of, if you may be working in an environment that you don't like, hang in there until something better comes. Stay prayerful. Stay faithful. Think, what your vision is. Project your vision. And don't leave before your vision manifests itself. Far too often in the days, society, in the, the get rich quick stardom, culture that we have today, young men, unfortunately, say, well, I'm going to just take a walk out on faith. I'm going to take a leap of faith and I'm just going to quit. No, man, you don't quit without having something to sustain you. Okay? You stay until something better comes. Again, Ecclesiastes. I'm going to take a shot at this one, guys. I could be wrong. But I want to say it's 8 and 11 or 11 and 8. It says, in the morning, plant your seed, and in the evening, let not your hands be idle, for you know not which one, if either, that Yahweh, or both, that Yahuwah will bless. So know that, okay? All work pays off. Stay the course, all right? Stay the course. Get a mentor if you need one. If you don't have one, go ask for one. Join a group, join an organization. There are men out there. Here I go again. There's an old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. If you're ready, I can assure you, it will manifest for you exactly what you want. This is probably for all people, but especially for you Hebrew Israelites that I'm talking to in particular, male or female. You are blessed and highly favored of the Most High. You just don't know it because, again, we have been abused and misused and taken advantage of for centuries. And now, most of us, we don't even know how to look another human being in the eye and speak to them with confidence. Not with anger and bitterness and aggression, but with confidence. You say, DFG, what do you mean by confidence? Let me give you an example. Check this out. Now, I'm going to try to do this to the best of my ability. If I was looking at any man, regardless of his color, regardless of his status, and I just wanted to ask him a question. Now, I'm going to go into character and I'm going to come right back out. This is what you would see. Excuse me, sir. I was looking for direction in terms of, where I could find, the local shoe store. Can you show me where that shoe store is, or would you happen to know where it is? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, have a good day. You saw that? That's what I'm talking about. You saw that? That's the way you deal with any person. Doesn't matter what their status is. All right? That's what I mean by having confidence and believing in yourself. All right? And here's the other side of this message. And this side of this message, is where things gets pretty sad. You probably heard in Parchman, Mississippi. I mean, not only have they had several killings over the last couple of months, but they have these men living, guys, in jails that are third world level at best. I'm talking about cells with no electricity, cells with no lights, cells with rusted toilets, brown water coming out of the toilets, prison inside that prison, 50% short of staff. So, in other words, there is literally no one there to monitor and manage in many instances what's happening to those convicts or people, I'm sorry, those who are incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'll wash my mouth out because I'm not calling them convicts, okay? That was a slip of tongue, and I apologize. But those who are incarcerated, you follow me? That they are being treated, guys, like animals. No one cares. The state cut $185 million out of their budget over the last 5 years. Can you imagine? Your prison, so that means that prison must be somewhere about I'm doing this guessing, maybe a $40 million a year annual budget. And the government for that state, the state legislature, the state legislative body cut $40 million a year out of their budget that was allotted for that prison. So can you imagine how deplorable it is? And I bring this to your attention because it ties right Hebrew Israelites, my brothers. And you guys have heard, there are more black men, so-called black men, in prison than all the females on the world incarcerated, right here in America. More black men are incarcerated right here in America than all the women who are incarcerated in the entire world. That's why I bring this up to you. And that's why I'm saying to you, without work, guys, without being able to have a means to an end for yourself, you're going to end up right out there in the streets and ultimately right into those prison camps. They're really enslavement camps. And you don't deserve to be there. You should not be there. Because once they get you in there, my point is, they are going to treat you. So you watch, these little, I remember this program used to come on, I want to say, it might have been the History Channel or one of those channels, and it would lock up California, lock up San Quentin, lock up, Fort Leavenworth. And these prisons, they have these little conversations, these prisons, big old clean prisons and clean floors and clean tables and, organizations and guards and what have you. Guys, that's a lie. Most penitentiaries in the United States are gladiator pens at best and debt, sentences, debt holes, at worst, as is in Parsons. Can you imagine sleeping on rusted beds, toilets, filthy rats, roaches, mosquitoes and every kind of insects coming in there all through the night, all through the day? Vicious men, would many of them have true mental problems in there roaming up and down the floors, and you got to sleep with one eye open every single night, and even in the day. Guys, that's not the life. There's nothing glamorous about the penitentiary system. Nothing. And don't let anybody tell you anything to the contrary. Okay? So what I'm saying to you guys is, find work, get work. You follow me? And while you're there, do the best that you can do and hang in there until the situation gets better. Because ultimately it will. As it did for me, as it's done for so many others. There were many, many students over my lifetime as a professional who were ready. And guess what? I appeared for them. Again, when a student is ready, the teacher will appear. And ladies, again, my Hebrew Israelite sisters and others, this message applies to you as well. Do not think because, you failed or, you don't like where you are or you're not making enough money so nothing is ever going to. It will change. But it's got to change on the inside first. All right? And you got to be resilient. You got to hang in there. And if you do, and you got to be prayerful. Talk to Yahuwah. Not just, now I lay me down to sleep silliness. Talk to him. Just like I'm talking to you. Talk to you. Tell him what you need. If there's wickedness among you, repent, rebuke it. And then go back before him and say, you have my body. I am yours. You are mine. Your Ruach lives in me. I need you. I trust you. Guide me. Open doors for me. Close doors for me that need to be closed. Open doors for me that I can't open for myself. And he will reveal himself and he will show himself strong. Okay? The last scripture I'm going to give you is 2 Chronicles 16:9. It says that the Spirit of the Lord goes out throughout the whole earth. The Spirit of Elohim goes throughout the whole earth looking to show himself strong in those, who love him or whose hearts are perfect towards him. Go to Yahweh. He'll meet you there. Love you guys. DFG. Bye now.